Hi, hello, and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to see about the simple input and output functions in Python. And let's see how to work both in interactive mode and scripting mode in Python. So we already know Python has two modes. It is scripting mode and interactive mode. To open in interactive mode, go to Start, Python 3.8, Python 3.8 32-bit. Once we click it, we get a command line like window, which is called as Python shell, where we can see triple greater than symbol, which is called as Python prompt or just a prompt. In this, we can see the cursor ready to accept the codes. So in this mode, we can directly type simple calculations and get the results immediately. Here I will give 2.5 plus 45. We get the feedback immediately. Within no seconds we can get. Once the enter key is pressed, the result is produced in interactive mode. Now let's see how to produce simple output statements. To get a statement printed on screen, print function is used. Print, open bracket, double quotes, and I want to print welcome to Python programming. So I type inside double quotes, I type welcome to Python programming. Now I close the double quotes and close the close bracket and press enter key. The statement written inside the double quote is displayed as it is. So we got the output print welcome to Python programming. Python programming is simple and it is easy to understand. This interactive mode provides us quick way of running blocks. We can also run multiple statements on the Python shell. We can declare variables and do simple calculations, and let's see how to do that. So I just use a simple addition program. X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 20, Z is equal to X plus Y. Print, open the bracket, double quotes, the sum is equal to, and I close the double quotes, comma Z and close the close bracket. Here you have to note that after double quotes, don't forget to put comma and the variable for which value is to be printed. If comma is not given, the error will occur. So don't forget to put comma here. So comma is very important before the variable that we are going to print. So once we press enter key, the result is produced. So we get the output 30 here. In the above program, we have assigned value to the variable. If we want to get values from the user at runtime, then we can use input function. The coding goes like x is equal to input, open bracket, double quotes, enter your name, and close the double quotes and close the close bracket. The statement inside double quotes will be printed on screen as it is. This helps the user to enter the correct input, what is expected by the programmer or the program. So when user enters a value, that value is assigned to the variable at the left hand side, which is x. One thing we have to note here is this input statement will consider the input value as string or characters only. So if we want to get integer numbers, then a new function have to be used, that is the int function. This int function will convert the string to number and save the number to the variable in the left hand side. So the coding for it is x equal to int, open bracket, input, again we have to open for input function and double quotes, enter the first number, and I close the double quotes, and first bracket I am closing and the second bracket I am closing. Now the value entered by the user will be accepted as string. The int function will convert the string type to integer type and stores it in x. Same way we can get value for y also. So I type the same coding here. Instead of x I use y. So y is equal to int open bracket input open bracket double quotes enter second number close the double quotes and close the two brackets. So instead of writing the coding in two separate statements, let's combine these two statements to a single statement using a comma. So the coding goes so: x comma y is equal to int input open bracket double quotes enter the first number close the double quotes and close the two brackets, and again I'm using comma int open bracket input again an open bracket double quotes enter the second number close the double quotes and close the two brackets. Here we have to note one thing: any number of variables can be added to the left hand side, and as many variables we have added, that many int input statement has to be given in the right hand side separated by a comma. So for each variable a single input function has to be written separated by a comma. The compiler will automatically separates the statement for each variable using that comma operator. If we write the coding in single statement or in a separate statement, the compiler will work in the same manner. Just in coding we are writing as a single statement. So this is all about interactive mode. In interactive mode, if we want to edit any statement, it is a little bit tedious. So to edit the statement that we have written, we can choose it by our arrow keys. Use the upper arrow and down arrow to select the coding. Then just use left and right arrow keys to edit the coding. Now you can edit our coding, and if you press enter after editing, that output will be displayed there itself. Now let's see how to work in scripting mode. As the name says, we can write our script and save it in a file separately and reuse it later. To open script mode, go to Start, Python 3.8, again then ideally Python 3.8 32-bit. A window very similar to a notepad appears. This is a Python scripting mode window. So by default a new window will be opened, but again if you want another window to be opened, you can choose File New or just press Ctrl+N. A new window will appear. Okay, now let's type our same program that we used, a simple addition program. X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 20, Z is equal to X plus Y. Now let's try to print the value of Z here. So I use print statement. This has to be saved before executing it. For that we have to go to File and click Save, or just use Ctrl+S in keyboard. Each time after editing the coding we have to save the file, then only the compiler will execute, or else whenever we try to execute it asks with the command to save the program. So better we save the program and then execute the program. So while saving, by default the Python gets saved in .py or .pyw extension. So just give the name to the file and hit save. Our file gets saved. We need not give the extension each time. By default the extension will be added. To execute the Python program, choose run module, or just use F5 key to execute. Now the output 30 is displayed on screen. Now let's try to get the value from the user. For that we use the input function. Let's try to get two values. The same statement that we used previously, a single statement, that is x comma y. So I am using the same statement here. I have typed the statement. Now let's save the file and now let's try to execute. So to execute, run module. See that the cursor is waiting to accept value for x, and I entered a value to it, and now the statement for y is printed and again waiting to get value for y. So now I enter a value. It had accepted both the values. If we want to check whether the entered value is stored in x and y, let's use the print statement here and print the value for x and y. So before executing, I am going to save the file and then I am going to execute it. Run Python or just press F5 key. So it's asking for x value. I am entering a value, and now it's again asking for a y value. I am entering it. So once I press the enter key, the value for x and y, what I have entered, is displayed as it is. So we can say that the value that we have entered is stored in x and y as it is. So in scripting mode, we can write large codings and we can save our program, and also it is easy to edit the program in scripting mode, and if we need, we can reuse our program later also. So these are the advantages of scripting mode. So this is all about interactive and scripting mode. In this video, we have seen how to work in interactive mode and scripting mode, and also seen how to get input values and use the print function. So that's all in this video. Hope you understand the concept. If any doubt, ask me in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video. Bye and thank you.